Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Gonzalez from the College and Career Center at Dubiski, and today I'm going to be going over the Dallas County Promise Program, what you need to do, what the program entails, different requirements that you may need to do it, and where you can find all this information on our Canvas page. So on the module side of our Canvas page, you click on it, and you'll see that there's financial aid resources, but if you scroll down, there's going to be a Dallas County Promise Program module. So we're going to go ahead and click what is the Dallas County Promise Program. What is the Dallas County Promise Program? This is going to be our third year having the program at Dubiski. There's 57 schools in Dallas County that are a part of the Dallas County Promise. And this program assists high school students as a last dollar scholarship so students can go to school with potentially no loans. The Promise Scholarship covers the gap between the financial aid that you would need and the cost of tuition that you may have at your particular school for up to the completion of getting a degree at that institution. So you can earn a certificate, you can earn an associate's degree, you can earn a bachelor's degree without paying any out-of-pocket tuition costs potentially. Just because you're doing the Dallas County Promise Program and completing the steps does not mean that it is a commitment. First thing that you need to have by February 5th is to complete your Promise Pledge at dallascountypromise.org. This is not a commitment. I'm going to keep repeating that. It will just give you eligibility for the program. The second step is to complete an admissions application with one of the Promise partner schools, and I will be listing those schools off on the next page. And you can do your application for the schools at appliedtexas.org. So the third thing that you're going to need to do is submit your financial aid application by March 5th. So that's going to include a FAFSA application or a TASFA application. That application opens up October 1st. Throughout the month of October, the College and Career Center will be holding workshops. We'll be sending out messages on Canvas. We'll be sending out announcements. You can set up an appointment with us to do a one-on-one. The last thing to be eligible for the program is to register for classes by July 30th, 2021. So why consider the Promise program? Most of the partners have no essay requirement when it comes to the admissions application, and some partners do not have an income cap or GPA requirements in order to apply. And another cool thing about the Promise program is if you don't go directly to a four-year university, you can actually go ahead and go to Dallas College, receive your associate's degree, and then you have the option to transfer to one of the partner four-year institutions to earn your bachelor's degree with any tuition gap entirely covered. Going on to the next page on Canvas, click next. So step one, complete the Dallas County Promise Pledge at this website. So when I click on it, congratulations on your decision to further your education. Scroll down, it has pledge information. To begin the process, you're going to select your graduation year, 2021, select your high school. We'll go down to Grand Prairie ISD, select Dubiski Career High School, and click continue. Once you've filled out the high school roster verification information, you'll click verify and continue. And then there will be a couple of pages that asks you biographical information, what are your future plans, and some additional questions. And if you need guidance on how to fill out the pledge, the Dallas County Promise Program actually made a video walkthrough. So you can watch the video, and it tells you exactly what to do and how to fill out the actual pledge process. Going on to the next step. The next step is to complete a college application. So the deadline for this is February 5th, 2021. You have to have at least one application submitted to a partner college in order to be eligible for the program. All the schools on this left-hand side are schools that the Dallas County Promise is partnered with. Dallas College, UNT Dallas, Texas A&M Commerce, Texas A&M Texarkana, Midwestern State University, Texas Women's University, and SMU. And there's actually three more schools that have joined the Dallas County Promise Partnership, and they are UT Arlington, UT Dallas, and UNT Denton. These are new partners. We are still waiting to see what the partnership's going to look like. So they are not listed on this chart yet, but as the semester goes on and we get new information, we'll be sure to update all of our students. How does the partnership work with all of these schools? So if we're looking at this chart, we can see that the partner colleges and universities column, those are all the schools I went over. And then there's other columns on here as well. So there's tuition covered, target GPA, income requirement, and Promise scholarships available. So for Dallas College, for example, your tuition is guaranteed to be covered. There's no target GPA. So it doesn't matter if you have a 4.0 in high school, a 3.0, a 2.5, whatever it is. There's no target GPA. there's no income requirement, and there's promised scholarships available. For UNC Dallas, your tuition is going to be covered. It will be based on your admission. So you will have to apply to UNC Dallas, be admitted on, their minimum scores for SAT, their minimum GPA, whatever it is that UNC Dallas requires of you to submit transcripts, letters of recommendation, essays, whatever it is that they need, you need to be admitted into the school in order to receive the benefits of the program. Again, there's no income requirement for UNC Dallas. There's promised scholarships available. And then going on to the next school, A&M Commerce, this is where things kind of change a little bit. So with A&M Commerce, tuition is going to be covered, plus you'll get a $500 one-time incentive if you go to this school. Again, the target GPA, it's going to be based on admissions requirements, so you need to be admitted into A&M Commerce. With the income requirement column, though, this is the first school on the chart that changes a little bit. The family income requirement has to be at least $50,000 or less. So for example, for me, like when I was in high school, my parents made between $40,000 and $45,000 a year. So if I had completed my pledge, my application, finished my financial aid, I would be eligible for this program because my parents made less than $50,000. And then again, there's promised scholarships available. So for the last four schools, you will see that there's a check mark for the tuition being covered. All of them have based on admissions requirements. You need to be admitted into the school in order to receive eligibility and the benefits of the partnership. And then for Texarkana, the income cap is $50,000 or less. Midwestern State is $65,000 or less. Texas Women's is $50,000 or less. And SMU is based on family income. They do things a little bit differently with SMU, and there are only a limited amount of 5 scholarships. So that's 5 scholarships from the 57 high schools in the Dallas County Promise Program. And then going to the next page, financial aid. So this page, if you go back to our modules, our very first module is financial aid resources, and this is being updated as we go through the month of October. So we'll just go over which financial aid application do you complete. So for students in the state of Texas, there are 2 different types of financial aid applications. There's the FAFSA application and the TASFA application. So if we look at the chart, we can see that for student residency status for the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, if you're a US citizen, if you're a permanent resident with an alien registration card, so that would be your green card, you have conditional permanent residence, or you're an eligible non-citizen with an arrival departure record, you would do the FAFSA. And then for the students that are completing the TASFA, these would be any other students that do not have these specific residency statuses. So none of the statuses above, but they are Texas residents and they're eligible for in-state tuition. You would be completing the TASFA application. So going back to the financial aid resources module, we will be having a FAFSA step-by-step, and we'll also have all the FAFSA steps that you would need to complete your FAFSA application. And then for TASFA, same thing. We have all of the TASFA steps and all the required documents you would need in order to submit your TASFA application. Our goal at Dubiski is to have all of our seniors submit the Dallas County Promise Pledge. Our Dubiski class of 2020, they actually had 100% done for the Dallas County Promise Pledge, and we would like for our students of the class of 2021 to be 100% complete as well.